Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation or demo of our application of from for system analysis and design. We're group 5 and our software app is the online survey. In here we have the main menu and we can either log in or register. If you try to log in on an account that isn't created, it won't let us in. So we have to register here. Let's try this. And after registering, we can log in. As you can see here, we can log in once you have created an account. And in this user interface, as you can see, you can either create a survey, platform, or you can also log in. In this case, we're going to create a survey. For now, we're just going to create one question for the sake of time. Now let's see. Let's call it test 1. And let's say, do you like math? Let's try this question. So we can create choices for the questions. Since this is a yes or no question, a Boolean question, we can add two choices. So yes or no. So we create it, and if we create the survey, you have to click this. As you can see here, the survey is created, and we click this one to copy and paste it here, and we can view it here. So let's name ourselves test. See if it works. As you can see here, we also get the question that we posted earlier. Let's yes, and it returns us. And if we look at it, it shows that one person, which is us earlier in this one, answered the question of yes. Let's test it again. Let's say another one, tester row number 2 is 2030. Oh, he doesn't like math. And we check it out again. You can see here that there's two respondents now, and one said yes and the other said no.
So good day to all. Today I'm going to demonstrate our database diagram for our online survey project. So here is our online survey database wherein temporarily it is hosted on the cloud. And now we start with this table, which is the user. The user table is responsible for the login and registration of the users on our website, wherein it contains a user ID that is a unique identifier, first name, last name, email, username, and password is a varchar data types. After this user has created its account, the user has the ability to create a survey. So in order to have the database record the survey, we will be having a survey table in this side. So the survey table is responsible in listing the list of surveys that the user is created. The survey table has a unique identifier, a primary key of that is a unique identifier which has a name of survey ID and has columns like survey name and a foreign key of user ID, which as you can see it is connected to the primary key, which is the user ID, and the unique identifier in surveys, which is the user ID. And next is the date created, which is a datetime variable, data type rather, and number of questions, which is the int. It records the number of questions in the survey, and if it requires name, age, and gender, which is a bit data type. After this, inside the survey we have the questions. So in the question table, we now have here the inside the survey we have the questions where in this table it shows that it has a foreign key of survey ID through so that they can be related, and it has a unique identifier which is a primary key question ID, and other column names are the question, which is the question itself, and it records if it is a multiple choice and number of choices, and question rank. Question rank is responsible in ordering the subsequent order of the questions. So inside the question we have the choices, so we also created a choices table, which is this one. The choices table has a relationship to the question wherein the choices has the question ID as a foreign key and the choice ID as a primary key. So in these choices we have the choice letter, the choice text itself, and how many responded to how many chose that choice. So it records it. These choices increments every time the user responds. And aside from that, in recording the response count, we also have here the response table, which is responsible in recording the information of the respondent. Here we have the first name, last name, birthday and age, and gender. As you can see in our website, we have every time a respondent answers the survey, it records the name, last name, birthday, age, and gender ID. So aside from this, the response has a relationship to surveys, questions, and choice, wherein it is set as survey ID, question ID, choice ID as foreign keys of this response table. Meanwhile, response ID is the primary key of this table. Aside from this, lastly, this is the gender table wherein we list the genders available for the listing of the response information of the user. The response gender ID, the response table has the gender ID, which has a relationship to the gender table. And that is all. Thank you for listening.